Welcome to Say It With Me, Godzilla, damn it, the unanimated series about Godzilla, the animated series. Today is episode 7, the Leviathan. If you think this one's going to be about the biblical giant snake, I'll tell you right now that's not it. We are 10,000 leagues under the sea. There's a big thing. It's like a big thing. Not sure exactly what it is. It's flashing. It's under the water, 10,000 leagues under the sea, and you've got a submarine docked onto the structure. Inside of the big thing are 3 guys. We don't know what they're doing. One of them pulls out a device and says, this structure is 10 million years old. Right after saying that, couple of, what do you call those? Tentacles. Bunch of tentacles come from around a corner and make a screech noise and grab one of the guys and pulls him away and grabs the other guy, pulls him away. One of them runs around like a corner or something and it comes from that corner and grabs the guy, pulls him away too. So apparently this thing is giving off what is referred to as a tachyon signal. So Nick and friends have picked up on the signal and are tracking it to its origin. On the way there, they come across the ship from the beginning of the episode. It turns out that this is Alexander Pralorin's ship. He's a famous scientist. He's really smart, something like that. Dr. Craven is a big fan. Given that the ship is essentially right above where the signal is coming from, they stop their boat and board the ship and talk to the crew. In the meantime, Godzilla shows up because he too is looking for the tachyon signal. After talking to the ship's captain, they find out that Dr. Pralorian and 2 other guys who don't have names, I guess, went down to look for the signal themselves and have been gone for 3 days. So the team asked to borrow a submarine so they can go down and also look for where the signal is coming from. The captain initially says no because Dr. Pralorian gave strict orders not to let anyone else come down. In response to this, Monique brandishes a gun. Now they're traveling pretty far under the water. They go down 2 hours and then at that point say it's about halfway there, so they will be traveling 4 hours underwater, which adds up to apparently 7 miles deep. On the way down, they are apprehended by a monster. Dr. Elsie identifies it as something that looks like a Cryptocritus, which would be an extinct dinosaur thing. So this is a mutant dinosaur monster that is in the water. And of course, Godzilla's already down here. He arrives and starts fighting off this dinosaur monster thing. I think they release some kind of gas or whatever. I don't know how submarines work. And they go down much faster and get to where they're going. Craven gets a look at the thing that's under the water and they identify it as an alien ship. They board the ship and start looking around. The tentacle things start coming around the corner again. Monique jumps out to confront them. And they're these, I don't know how to describe what these are. They're like quadruped monsters. They don't really resemble anything that exists. It's weird. So they're running from these things and they get to what looks like a wall, but Nick touches it and it turns out to just be an organic door. I guess the ship is like kind of alive and they go through the door and get to this room where Dr. Pralorin greets them, or more asks them why they're there or how they got there. He doesn't seem very friendly at the moment. He starts to explain that the alien ship had crash landed in that water, wherever it is, in the spot, at the end of the late Cretaceous period 65 million years ago. They ask how he knows all this stuff. He says, I've been talking to the aliens. And then they're like, well, what do they want to do? Let us talk to them. He says no and just presses a button and walks out of a door, and the door shuts in front of them. Oddly enough, he didn't consider the fact that they just saw him press a button and that they can also press buttons. So they pressed a button and they went through a different door and found another way to get to where he went. They find their way to this room where the other 2 guys, the nameless guys that were with him initially, are in like call it a chamber, and they're having their thoughts and memories downloaded. Here we meet the tachyon aliens, who are now explaining that they want to learn about Earth so that they can assimilate it. Their plan is to take over the planet and I guess make it better, or just make it where they live now. I'm not completely clear. It's kind of hard to understand what they're saying. They disagree with this, and they make it known that they disagree with this. So Randy, Nick, Elsie, and Monique are lifted into the air. They left Craven unlifted because they could sense that he has higher brain capacity and I guess a greater level of acceptance for what they just told him. So they put the other members of the team into that thing, I don't even remember the word I used, and start the process for brain downloading. Dr. Craven and Dr. Proloran are talking to each other, and he suggests that Craven gets the data drive from Nigel's head and uploads it to their system so they can have some more knowledge. So he goes down to Nigel, he pulls out the drive, but then puts in a different one. Nigel says some wacky thing and just starts going to their computers and like tasing them. Everything starts exploding. It's a triple cross. Nigel blows up some more stuff. The team gets let down from the thing. Because the ship is alive, it revives the aliens that were knocked out in the explosions. I suppose that Nigel surmises that the thing in the middle of the room that's levitating people is like a power source or a battery, so he just kamikazes it. It blows up and his head rolls out as it does. The entire ship is falling apart, everything's exploding. Dr. Proloran is like running away, he's just, I don't know, he's having a fit. Craven goes after him and he's like, hey man, we're humans, we should work together. Let's get out of here, we're all gonna die. Dr. Proloran leads them to some escape pods, he puts them in there and he's like, you know, you gotta get out of here. I can't come with you, I have to launch it from the outside. Big surprise. He sends them up, they get shot out of the ship. He goes to a wall and touches a door and it opens up and he's like, oh yes. So that suggests that this is not over. So that's at least 3 things in the past however many episodes that will probably return. The team is on their way up in the escape pods, but the cryptocrotalids are still here. Make note, the dinosaur monster had absolutely nothing to do with the aliens. Godzilla's still here, he's still fighting off these things. The pod is going up, gets to the surface, everything's fine, the day is saved, it's, you know, it's fine. And at the last minute, we flash to the 2 guys, the nameless guys, they're also in the escape pod. I don't know, they've just, I don't remember them traveling with anyone or moving at all, but they're in the pod. As everyone is, you know, celebrating that they have another day ahead of them, these 2 look at each other and then look back and their eyes flash red to suggest that the aliens are, yes, definitely coming back. And that is the episode. I think this was a good one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving some of your time. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Have a wonderful day and I will see you the very next time.